Bam, we're live. Welcome, Taylor Self versus the world on the Sevan podcast. You are looking at a shot of the 18th fittest man in the world, the winner of event number 5 at the CrossFit Games in 2023. One of the most special athletes in the entire CrossFit space. I would say he has a cult following of his own, nicknamed the Iron Hog by John Young. So many experts in the house. We have BIRTHFIT, John Young, and J.R. Howell. You didn't give him the nickname, John?
I think Seth Rollins gave him that nickname.
Sorry. Okay.
I would
Seth
love
Rollins.
to take credit for it, but I'm not. I can't. It's such a good nickname.
I'm going to have to ding J.R. Howell for that. I believe it was you, J.R. Howell, who told me it was John Young gave him the porn name, Iron Hog.
No, I said John Young said that he wasn't sure how much he liked that name compared to the Muscle Hamster.
Oh, because it encroached on his Christian values. It let negative thoughts of porn run through that pristine mind of his, the Iron Hog.
The Iron Hog.
This
John,
is yeah, explain yourself, John.
You should ask,
and then we'll start the show.
We should ask Colten which one he prefers. I think what I said was the Iron Hog. That just sounds like something he'd walk into the house after feeding the pigs, and he'd say that to Allie.
Oh,
are you ready for the Iron Hog? Because he's ready for you, like something like that. I think that's what I said.
hey, dude, people don't get to choose their names.
I want to thank everyone who follows all of these great shows in this media ecosystem, the people who follow Get With The Programming, BIRTHFIT, Around the Whiteboard, Barbell Spin, Coffee Pods and Wads, the whole gang, those of you who signed up for the Heat One app, those of you who have all the viewers out there who hang out every morning at 7 a.m. on the Sevan podcast. I deeply appreciate all of you. You guys have made these past 2 weeks absolutely incredible. We're going to finish this third week with a crazy bang. It could not have played out any better. Taylor Self has absolutely been a savage and completely uplifted his reputation and his persona in the space. Colten Mertens, we've all loved him since the beginning. We've all gotten behind him, and he has not let us down for a single second, including his tremendous performance against Justin Medeiros in week 2. None of this would be possible if Born Primitive and CA Peptides weren't bringing these athletes out here on aeroplanes, putting them up in hotels with beds, and giving them a little pocket cash for snacks. I truly, truly appreciate it. And of course, without CrossFit Charlotte and Andy Hendel, fucked. We would so thank you to all of them. And the commentators coming on here for absolutely free, J.R. Howell sharing his wisdom, John Young always being here early, and Mr. Andrew BIRTHFIT absolutely as the 44th president of the United States would say, tremendous.
Every morning, we wake up knowing what's at stake. Freedom, honor, duty. This is more than a mission. It's the oath we took. It's the flag we wear on our sleeve and everything it stands for. We don't do it for money, glory, or fame, but for something deeper. It's for our families, for our freedom, for our way of life. And to anyone who tries to take that away from us, good fucking luck. Even when the mission is complete, training is never over. We are constantly honing our craft and sharpening our axe. That is the warrior mindset. This isn't just a brand to us. We're a part of these stories because we've lived these stories. And while we might have hung up the rifle and body armor one last time, our new mission is to outfit our nation's heroes with the best apparel on the planet. By the operator, for the operator. To those still standing on that wall, we salute you. the damn few. Born Primitive Tactical, for those who defend.
SPM, thank you. Very generous donation. Please make the quarterfinals happen, lads. We are very close to having an announcement on that. Lucky Camera Straps, you have always been there with incredibly generous donations. Lucky Camera Straps. Effing love Taylor versus the world. Big thanks to everyone involved. Thank you so much. Clydesdale Media, Scott Schweitzer, thanks, buddy. I'd love to see you back in the game. Your reels have been absolutely fantastic. I see you're getting more and more authentic every day. I appreciate everything you do in the space with great interviews. Thank you for setting the bar high with these shows. Thank you, buddy. You're a fantastic resource for me and all my podcasts. Andrew Hiller, in week 1, Colten Mertens' mom suddenly passed away. These athletes have their lives that are going on while all of this stuff happens, and it would have been really easy for him to kind of bow out gracefully and just stay close to home, and yet he continues to put himself out there and war. You lost your mom at a young age. Do you have any insights on what he might be going through right now?
I remember there was nothing better than doing what it is you did typically that kept you from what some might say is like spiraling or getting, I don't know. I remember I went to school like the day after my mom passed, and there was a chick next to my locker who goes, "What are you doing here?" And I go, "It's better than sitting at home and thinking about it all day."
So everyone knew you were in a similar situation to Colten. Everyone knows, and everyone knew for you also.
Everyone, I don't know how everyone knows, but everyone knows. And it was just better to be like, carry on, do what you were doing.
Do you think he's holding it all inside, and that when this is over, the Open's over, he's going to have a sort of a reeling moment? What do you think? What do you think is going on with him? How do you think this is going to turn out for him?
I think people deal with things differently. Some people like that. Some people need it. And I don't know. I never really had like a falling back moment where I wished I would have sat there, but I don't think he will either. I think him and I are kind of similar in that. I'd assume so. I haven't talked to him about it.
J.R. Howell, this has been a very emotional time for Taylor Self. It's been a very, very difficult 2 years. I think he's done a tremendous job from hiding it from us, any anxiety he has. He has very, very deep, deep belief in himself. And this last 2 Open announcements have forced him to put that belief on the line in front of everyone. He is very outspoken. And today we are going to see what some people might suggest the first test of his injury since his comeback in 2 years with these heavy thrusters. What do you think Taylor's going through, the type of anxiety?
Well, I think maybe coming into today, he was a little bit apprehensive. I don't think he's had 135 in the front rack doing anything for speed until today. But, I mean, I've seen him come over and hit the weight in the last 5 minutes for a warm-up. He looks confident. It looks smooth. And I think this was the perfect opportunity, the Taylor versus the world thing, for him to maybe downplay and say that his focus isn't on competing this year and it's on coaching, but also an opportunity for him to kind of prove to himself and to a lot of other people that didn't know how fit he is and how fit he still is and how fit he's going to be. And he's only going to get fitter as the season goes on.
And when you say he's not preparing to compete, he still is training 3 hours a day.
No, he's not training 3 hours a day. He's still
4.
He would say he's still working out a lot, but he's not training a lot. So the difference is maybe he has 90 minutes to 2 hours, and he tries to get as much work in as he can in those 2 hours, but he's not doing a lot of time doing accessory work or doing really, really long prehab and rehab processes or doing a lot of barbell technique work at super low percentages. He's getting in and he's getting the most out of a 2 hour session that he can.
Jackie A. Sevi, I ordered two.
Tell Colten to lock those elbows out real quick.
Yes, sir.
I think we should make them go on the same height bar.
No.
Sevi, I ordered
the handicap.
I ordered tooth powder and Paper Street coffee beans this week. You have influenced me through your podcast. Good. I'm glad to hear that. If you have not ordered Matoothian yet, if you have not used the tooth powder yet, you are missing out. It is going to change your life. It's going to change the way you approach brushing your teeth. You want to do it. It did it for me, and that's why there's the Matoothian now. And also, at the end of the show, we will be giving away a $200 gift certificate for coffee for beans,
Coffee.
for Christian meth, as they call it. Is that true, John? They call coffee Christian meth?
I'm unaware.
Okay. And that will be courtesy of Paper Street Coffee and Gabe, always been there to support the podcast. The 18th fittest man in the world, but not only that, many believe he will set the world record today. John Young, thoughts on this workout and the man they call Colten Mertens?
I think he is going to be the first sub-8 time, and I don't know if we see another sub-8 time.
Wow. Andrew Hiller.
I also
What about Tetlow, Andrew? What about Tetlow?
Tetlow's a freak, and I think the thing that you'd be bringing him up for would be the range of motion being similar, correct?
The
Colten
difference
being
is
head-to-head
he's not as
reason.
fit.
Yeah, Tetlow is not as fit, and I don't think he's as good at the hanging movements as Colten is.
Just
I'm going-
capacity-wise.
Right.
I'm moving over to the leaderboard here, and I'm looking at 2024, and I'm going to look at the men. And currently sitting in first place is Jay Crouch with 9:14, and then an unverified Noah Olson at 8:29.
I saw his
His
video.
video is on YouTube. It's pretty legit.
It's legit.
And he went unbroken on everything. Yes.
Yes.
Does Taylor beat Noah Olson's time of 8:29?
With an 8:29, wasn't Noah's time 8:30?
I thought it was like
Not that it matters.
8:33.
It's a second. We're
Yeah. I'm gonna say Taylor gets.
I apologize.
8:35.
Guillaume Brandt, 8:19.
Oh. So what I hear at that time is it's more of an upper body pulling workout than you'd think. It's just like keep up with the thrusters and then be able to knock out the bar muscle ups when you get there. From what I know about him, he's got a swimming background and is probably pretty good at those bar muscle ups. Yeah, Brian.
Have you done it yet, Hiller?
No.
Have you done it, John?
I have.
What's the word?
I was 2 reps short of finishing.
Oh, congratulations. Great job, dude. Great job.
It was pretty
What
devastating.
does that look like at the end? Like you had a set of 2 or you were going and you couldn't finish it or what?
No, I had 38 seconds when I finished my thrusters, the last round of thrusters, and chalked up and had like 30 seconds. And then I was like, okay, well, I have to go unbroken on this. I can't break it up 4-3. Like I've been breaking it up 4-3.
And you got 5.
And I waited till the 40-second mark, and then I failed rep 6.
Ooh, Patrick Clark compounding the fact that Briant is one of the best upper body pullers in the world.
I did speak to Dave Castro today. He did say he did the workout. He dropped in randomly to a gym about 35 minutes from his house. He went in and did the workout. He says it's hard as hell. He said that also he is going to redo it because he does want to qualify for the quarterfinals.
Oh, Dave.
And he said he was a little shocked at how much he wants to qualify for the quarterfinals. He's like, man, I'm caught up in it, and I really like that. The unknown, holy cow.
Whoa.
Thank you for the generous donation. Always thought of Taylor as an insecure, oversensitive wannabe. Turns out he's an insecure, oversensitive warrior. JR, will we take that?
He'll take it if you give him half of that.
Let me read that again. Always thought of Taylor as an insecure, oversensitive wannabe, and I get the assessment. That is definitely not my assessment because I'm very close to him. I've never thought of him as a wannabe in any sense. I've thought of him as vulnerable, very vulnerable. Turns out he's an insecure, oversensitive warrior. Interesting. Okay. Let me characterize how I see Taylor. I see him as a proud, chip on his shoulder warrior. He and also conscious that he has something to prove to himself, and I love it. By the way, Sentinel training is growing by the day. That is Taylor Self's training program. I think he's proven to himself and to all of us that his training program is straight legit. We are 15 seconds away from starting. By the way, all the clothes that Taylor is wearing are Born Primitive clothes. I know he looks like a really buff, beautiful human being, but it's just the clothes. Underneath that, he's just a sloppy mess. So if you're just a sloppy mess and you want to look jacked like Taylor, Oh, there you go. He's wearing the Savage ones. John also has the Born Primitive shirt on. So does Andrew Hiller, and so do I. And people have been saying I look buff in it, which is kind of weird.
Sure.
What is there, JR? Is there a shitload of pressure on these guys?
No, I would say the pressure that is on Taylor is just from all these people now that know how good he is after winning week 1 and tying week 2, that they expect him to give Colten a really good race. I think the pressure's on Colten to set a world record, and if he doesn't, it's almost a disappointment.
But Colten did that to himself. He freaking made a post saying he was going to set the world record. He's basically Babe Ruth called his shot.
On Instagram or what?
On Instagram, yeah. He said world record or bust on a post of his.
Hey, he said that in comments yesterday, didn't he?
Give me 1 second. They fist bumped. It looks like they're getting started. Its show is supposed to start right now. It's 2 warriors cheering for both on so many levels. I appreciate that. Me too. Heidi Kroom. Please, Hiller, do it live for this. Oh, maybe we'll have Hiller do it live in another show. Okay, JR, are you giving us the countdown?
I think we're setting the clock right now. So
All right.
Okay.
Hiller, what are your predictions?
Hold on
we still got
1
like a
second
minute.
before.
We still got like a minute.
Okay, before we get to it, ladies and gentlemen, it's 24.3 brought to you by Born Primitive and CA Peptides. The code for 20% off, and it'll probably be over very soon, is BPOpen20 and CAPeptides.com. The code word is Hiller and Sevan. You should also know what the workout is. John, can you tell us what the workout is?
It is 5 rounds of 10 thrusters and 10 chest to bar with 95 pounds, and then rest 1 minute. And then it's 5 rounds of 7 thrusters and 7 bar muscle ups. The weight is 135 on the second part.
With a 15-minute time cap, the clock continues to run. The 1 minute rest is part of your time. We are at Andy Hendel's gym, CrossFit Charlotte. On the microphone, the voice you will hear but can't see during the workout is J.R. Howell, owner of CrossFit Crash, founder of the Crash Crucible and Crash Crescendo competitions. Will Brandstetter is in charge of the production on site, killing it like usual. Colten Mertens is on your right, shirtless. Taylor Self is the bald guy on your left.
All right. What is your prediction for times, Hiller?
I liked what Colten said yesterday. He's either going to beat Taylor by a minute or he's going to get beaten by Taylor. So I think Colten can go like 7:38, 7:42.
Do they both have strategies right now? Are they sitting there knowing exactly when to say go, what's going to happen?
I think Colten's strategy is to burn the world, and Taylor's strategy is to stay in his lane.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I think they were supposed to start about 5 feet from the bar. They both executed
Under
that
the pull-up
perfect.
bar. Correct, yeah.
What is the blue line on the ground, JR?
That's the minimum distance that their bar can be to the pull-up bar.
Okay.
Otherwise known as a stupid-ass rule.
And
Now-
why is that, Andrew?
Because there's going to be people everywhere who are just starting over the freaking barbell after that 1 minute break. And there's a rule saying you have to be under your pull-up bar.
So after that first transition, I don't know if you guys could see it, Colten walked back, touched the wall with one finger, jumped up to the pull-up bar. So let's see if he kind of does that every single round as a way to pace himself.
Interesting.
Yeah, they're already going way slower than the people in the announcement. Noah also did this. He was 320. He was 320 in the first part, and Ariel and Jay were both under 3 minutes. His thruster cadence is wild.
Yeah, he's crazy at thrusters. It's nuts.
Okay, we saw that, JR. Tap the wall. That's some sort of pacing mechanism.
Yeah, I think it's just a governor for him to make sure he doesn't jump up faster than he wants.
Churotron, 999, the Iron Hog. Yes, the Iron Hog is in the lead, but I think Taylor is watching him. I keep seeing Taylor glance at him to make sure he knows exactly where he's at.
Currently, Noah Olsen would be ahead by 1 second of Colten.
Yeah, I think Noah got done with the first 5 rounds at 3:21.
Yep, I got his paces written down here.
Does everything look normal to you guys? The grips are traditional grips on the bar. The width of the feet. Is anyone trying anything new to try to shorten the range of motion?
Nope.
Not from what I can tell, no. just that they're going purposefully slower than they were on the stream yesterday, which is good. John was giving them all a hard time for that, and he was right.
Taylor is 9 reps behind Colten.
He doesn't need to do anything different. He's doing fine.
I know you guys can't see it on the screen, but there is a wall clock going as well. And if you watch Colten, every time after he finishes with the chest to bar, he looks over at that clock. So he knows exactly how he wants to pace it.
And what's the crowd like there? Are there people there, or is the gym empty?
No, it's a great crowd. I would say it's very similar to week 1, probably about 100 people.
Currently, he's holding him. He's 1 second behind Noah. They've stayed at that pace the whole time.
After that first round, I feel like he picked it up a little bit. No?
He's still taking like a breath.
What are those grips? Giant green band on those grips.
Well, Tia is sponsored by Frog Grips, so if he is a proven athlete.
Oh, good point.
And green would mean green is the color of frogs.
And
Hey, also, Lizzie's the one who, that's Taylor's chick, judging Colten.
all right, Colten is ahead of Noah.
No shit. Taylor's wife is the one judging Colten.
Right.
Wow.
She's like a head judge. Like she judges a lot
she's
of
good.
competitions.
She was the head judge at the Crucible.
Time. All right, 3:15.
Wow.
1 minute.
Hey,
Dude, he looks so freaking ripped out, man.
Colten?
Yeah.
Is there anyone who's done the second set faster than the first set? No, that no one's done that.
Not that I've seen.
I would say
but I
no.
mean, you figure it should be feasible considering there's 30 less reps.
I don't know. The reps take longer.
I mean, not on the barbell.
No, but
Not if you're Colten. The barbell.
no,
might-
yeah. The barbell reps are the same.
No,
but
yes. Bar muscle up reps take
a
longer.
lot longer than just
Well, but it's
Almost
6
2 to
it's
1.
6 reps. It's 6 reps less
Per round.
per round. And so you could make that time up. You could theoretically get I would love to see this workout also done in reverse by these guys.
That would be interesting.
Yeah.
But that wouldn't work for the open. It's not
Okay. And where did Taylor's bar go? What are we looking at here?
They're switching it out because they had the 135 bar preset.
There we go. We're good.
Okay. Did Colten start 3 seconds late? JR?
I thought it was 3:15. That's what I heard John say. 3:15.
I
Yeah,
heard that too. I don't think he grabbed the bar. Oh, but he had to start back again. You have to start back again under the bar for the second round also?
Yes.
Okay.
That's why I said it was a silly rule. All right, he's the okay, cool. Side profile looked great. Here comes Santa Claus. Here comes.
And Taylor just needs to keep doing what he's doing, not worry about what Colton's doing right now.
454 for Colten with 4 rounds left. Will he break the world record? Currently sits at 8:19. I think it's Victor Hoffer. No, Guillaume.
Brion.
Okay. Victor Hoffer is sitting at 8:29, tied with Noah Olson.
Hey, Taylor's a really good on the bar as well. I think he
Yes.
said chest to bar. He put himself up against anyone in the world, but that should carry over pretty well to the bar muscle up.
Colten is about 10 seconds ahead of Noah right now.
JR, have you seen any deviations in their movements with these thrusters getting difficult yet?
No, not yet. Though. Sorry, the crowd's getting pretty loud. The only thing I'm going to watch for with Colten is on the bar muscle up. Does his kip shorten? A lot of times when people are feeling a lot of upper body fatigue, especially on hanging movements, they'll start cutting that kip a little bit short because everything's kind of filling up with blood. They're not able to get as long. Their lats are kind of getting tight. So the only thing I would watch for with Colten, because I don't think it's going to be an issue of press out at all, it's does his kip start to change? Does he start getting a little bit shorter in his backswing?
Remember how I said 742? I don't think so anymore.
Colten not afraid to take a little time during the
7:58.
transitions.
He's got after this round 28 reps left. This is
No,
where
21. That's right, 21.
No,
Oh,
it
no,
starts
no,
with the
you're right.
thrusters.
Thruster muscle up, thruster muscle up.
Right.
Oh, dude, yeah.
So this is the beginning of round 3 for Colten?
I don't know because Yeah, this is
Beginning of
4,
round-
but he's
beginning of
ahead of
4.
Noah.
And he's been going slow on purpose. I want to see him burn. I want to see him get in there.
Yeah, he's taking his time, right, in the transitions. By the way, on the bars, 135 pounds. They're doing sets of 7 thrusters, 7 bar muscle ups.
This is where Taylor picks it up. He smells blood. Nope.
No,
This
Maybe
his own
maybe
blood.
it's
He's smelling his own blood.
all-
Taylor's 1 minute away from the current world record right now.
All right. You
This
think Noah-
transition
you think-
back to thruster is gonna have to
Oh,
be really quick.
You think
For
Colton goes
Colton?
right to the bar?
Someone's got to teach Colton how to do more of an uprise on that bar.
All right. Let's go, big dog.
Here we go, guys. Last round starts at 7:35 for Colten Mertens.
Dig
Sub
in,
eight's
boy.
not going to happen.
He's gonna need at least 20 seconds for those 14 reps with the transition. So
These look good. Get in there, boy. Come
He's
on.
got seven bar muscle ups left. Yeah.
7:50, chalking up.
Go.
Oh my goodness.
It's gonna be really
It's gonna
close.
be close.
Oh, dude, you got to go.
Grabbing the bar at 7:59. Once again, the world record is 8:19, people. Is that 3?
3.
Yeah.
4?
4.
Oh my gosh. I don't know. 5.
It's feeling good.
One more.
Feeling good.
Oh my gosh.
Got it.
Time.
8:18.
8:18. He got it by a second.
Okay, where are we? Where's Taylor at? 8:18 world record by 1 second. Colten Mertens.
All
I
right. Taylor's on his
this
last
should be his
round.
last round.
Yep.
Well, are we guessing or do we know that?
Lazar Jukic had an 8:57.
If this is his last round, he's cruising too. Like,
Jay
under time
Crouch
is
had a
good.
9:14. Jay Crouch had a
can beat Jay.
9:14.
Probably, maybe not.
Come on, baby.
He destroyed Roman.
Hey, look at him. He's just walking around. Colton's chill.
Royce Dunn 9:26. Yellow Host at 9:30.
Get up there,
You're
Taylor.
gonna have to keep reading them off, Sevan.
Uh,
Come on, Taylor. 7 left.
Nick Matthews 9:39. 9:39 for
Oh,
Nick
Taylor's
Matthews.
not going to like getting beaten by Nick. Come on.
Oh no.
You say 9:39?
Is he going to do this unbroken?
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
This is
100%.
He
4?
looks solid.
Oh,
Oh my gosh.
No.
Bronislav 9:43. 9:43 for Bronislav.
That's a big boy.
Yeah, it is. Hey, now Hiller, he
Yo.
looked great to me on those. Why did he come down?
I
Grip
think
blown up?
his grip, maybe. Yeah, look at his fingers.
James
Yeah.
Newberry 9:56.
Is he's not even done? Is he? Is he done?
Is he done?
I don't think. I mean,
That'll be really interesting to
Oh.
ask him because of
He's
how,
got one more
how-
round.
He's got one more round.
that's what I was thinking. I thought the
Here we
whole
go.
time that we were off by a round.
So just
Like,
knowing he broke on that,
oh no.
asking
Jorge
him
Fernandez
why
10:10.
he broke because he's still catching really, really high. So was it his grip? Was he just breathing heavy? Like it looked like he would have easily done 7.
Yeah, well,
we
now
think
that we
it's
know he had a
involved.
whole nother round, it was just because of that.
'Cause he had a
Jack
whole other
Farlow
round.
10:23. Jack Farlow 10:23. We're crossing over Jack's score.
JR, do you think that
We're
he
on the leaderboard,
is
Sevan.
too fast? Or do you think this is just what his time is?
This is it. This is it. Get up there. Come on.
Sorry, guys, the crowd is super loud.
Good.
No, don't apologize for him.
10:55. Leonel Franco.
Oh, Leo.
Come on, Taylor. Just get
Alex
it done.
Smith 10:56.
You think Colton could do it again at this point?
Yes. 11 minutes flat. Was that 11 minutes flat?
Yeah. 10:59.
All right.
Whew. Well, here's the thing about this workout for Taylor is those thrusters might not be all that easy for that knee. Right? Like a 135 thruster for all those reps. It's something that I don't think he's done.
He
much of.
looked good though. It didn't look like his movement and stuff was good on them.
Right. But if
I don't
haven't
disagree with you. I'm
that
just
way-
saying
maybe JR knows. JR, do you
he
know
wasn't compensating or anything.
Say it again, Andrew.
that knee, the knee and that weight of the thrusters? Do you think that impacted him at all, having not done all that much volume with that movement?
Yeah, I mean, he said in the past that thrusters coming back from his previous knee surgeries were the last movement that he really felt a lot of confidence on, even like compared to going heavy. It wasn't really the load, it was just the absorption of that rebound in the bottom of the front rack where you really just have to explode. That was like the last thing that clicked as far as, you know, feeling like he can do it with absolute confidence. I think he looked great on the thruster.
Jonathan Ortega, don't make excuses for him. This is a tough ass
it's
workout.
not an excuse. It's like, hey, dude, I want you to go run a 5K, and you haven't run at all. It's like, it's just tough. There's been no squatting in the open. It's the first time you had to squat.
Go ahead, JR. Sorry.
No. I was just gonna say, yeah. I mean, I think that doing that movement at that high of a heart rate with such a demanding gymnastics movement with it, I mean, it just adds up, and it's not a stimulus he's felt in a long time. So
that's it.
Well, will we be getting them coming over to the mics?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We'll get him over here for sure.
What's JR doing now? Is he? Sorry, JR. What's Taylor doing right now? Is he throwing up or anything?
No, he's just sitting down next to his barbell. His wife's talking to him.
And Colton's putting his shirt back on.
Colton looks good.
You think he made it dramatic on purpose?
Who?
I'm just joking.
Magnus Holmgren. Colton, the Iron Hog, looks like a wall of muscle. He looks good. Yeah, he does look good. And some of the pictures I've seen on his Instagram, he looked a little leaner, like almost like narrower in the waist, almost like a swimmer. He was getting a swimmer's body, but man, he didn't show that today.
That's called Photoshop.
Oh, he's pulling in. He's
I
pulling in his weight.
I think he said he was 180.
And what's he normally? He's years past. He's been 185.
I think a couple years ago, I thought he was 190. And he maybe smaller than that, but I know he lost weight. I think it was last year. I don't know what he is now.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. This is the CrossFit Charlotte. There's the owner of CrossFit Charlotte, Andy Hendel, talking to Colten Mertens right there. This is the CrossFit Charlotte 24.3 Open, brought to you by Born Primitive and CA Peptides. They've been paying the bills, getting the athletes out there. We've been having a blast with them. If you want a wide toe shoebox, if you like the Nano 2s, the Victos, any of the shoes that are truly comfortable, that is the shoe for you. Super low profile. Taylor's been wearing them all week. He absolutely loves them. He would not lie. He would not make that shit up. I love them. I live in them. When I'm not barefoot, it's all I wear. I reached out to them because they are my current favorite shoe. I think everyone who wears them loves them, although I did see, I think they had 400 comments in there. Caleb was showing me this morning, they had 400 comments in their reviews, and someone said they were too wide. So I guess if you got skinny little feet, maybe they're not for you. Use code BP Open 20% off. There's Hillers right there. Oh, you got two pair, huh? How do they smell?
They're fine.
Yeah, your white ones were really torn up. To look at you, you got a black pair.
Yeah, figured these should last longer. The white ones lasted. I mean, they're still good to wear. They're just dirty because they're white.
What does this mean? Heidi Kroom, Hiller, banded 7s and hip halo, please.
Yeah, they are.
I think she wants me to warm up to do the workout.
Oh, boys, what's up?
Colton looks like he's about to take a math test.
He needs a pencil behind his ear. What a
He can't do math.
God, Colton's a dork.
We can't hear you, Colton.
Colton, where's
Taylor,
your
we got
abacus?
you.
Hear me here?
Yeah,
Where's
you're
Colton's
good.
abacus? He needs a pocket protector with some pens in it, Colton. Yeah, he does look like a little engineer, doesn't he?
Kind of.
This right headphone doesn't have any noise coming out.
Jody Lynn, hi dear. Absolutely 100% best competition series in a long, long time. Thank you, Born Primitive, Sevan, etc. All very sad it's over. Hey, listen, there's more to come. This is a test run. Taylor, Taylor Self.
What's up?
What's up, dude? How are you? Shirt looks good on you.
Check.
Thanks.
Are you glad this is over, Taylor? That was 3 weeks of intense pressure on you.
You ready for one more week
Yeah,
and a couple weeks?
How do you feel, buddy? You glad this is over?
First 2 weeks weren't that bad. Past couple days were stressful.
Oh, you mean since the announcement?
Yeah, that was. I like when you guys came up with this idea, or when we started talking about it. I talked with JR a lot, and I was like, as long as there are 135 thrusters in the open, I'll be fine. And I said that like probably 20 times, and that if there were, and if it was against Colten, that was worst case scenario for me. So when the workout leaked, I was like, I was so negative yesterday. Was it yesterday? Yeah. Oh my God, that whole show, every ounce
You're
of negativity.
quiet. You were very quiet.
Every ounce of negativity for me was fear.
Hey, and why is that? What you're strong as an ox. Why does the 135 thruster freak you out?
That's the second time I've done them in 2 years.
How'd they feel?
Those felt great. I think that's a big win for me. The last time I did them was in an EMOM that I failed, and they felt horrible. Felt like my knee
That's
was
a James
exploding.
Townsend imam.
Yes,
And how long ago was that, Taylor?
like a month ago.
God, I love you. You look beautiful doing it. Colten Mertens, buddy, I cannot thank you enough. We asked you to do this, and you just wrote back yes. We sent you a ticket. You didn't even tell us you were getting on the plane. You just showed up, and you set the world record. I cannot thank you enough for being a part of this, dude. You are so fucking awesome.
Thanks for coming over and fucking my ass.
I didn't come here last week and fuck up you and Jason on that rowing work.
What did you say, Colten?
Last week and fuck up you and Jason on that rowing workout.
Colten, when you heard the workout, what did you think? Do you stress a little bit about the 135 thrusters at high reps like that?
No, honestly, I really haven't been stressing about any of these movements. I feel like I'm getting to a place where every workout's kind of a good workout for me. Last week I didn't have a great performance in terms of the leaderboard. I think a lot of that was due to transitions. And I really wanted to redo that workout when I got home, so I know I could have done a lot better. But I'll get my chance to show my improvement on rowing later on in the year, I'm sure.
Hey, I don't know if it was Mike Halpin or who put it out, but someone put out basically, everyone's like, hey, he's going to lose on the row, or he's going to lose on the row, or Justin's going to win easy. And then the stats come out and you actually beat him on the row and you lost on the transitions. Did that surprise you to see that stat?
No, Joey and I have been working really hard on getting better at rowing and made huge improvements. And Justin and I were rowing at a similar pace. We seemed to get off a little bit earlier on a few rounds, so I don't know what was up with that.
I lowered my mic. Sorry, I didn't mean to blast you guys. Go ahead, John.
Nothing. Go ahead.
How blown? Last time Taylor got hurt this badly, it was by a pig too. Oh damn!
Jeez, that was rough.
I love how everybody thinks they know that story, but nobody was fucking there.
Don't worry, I tell it once a week on the show. Taylor, how blown up are you? Are you pretty blown up? Both you guys look swole as shit.
Metabolically, I'm not that bad. I think before Colten was like, do you think your grip will go on this? I was like, no, my grip's going to be fine. In the last set of bar muscle ups, I'm like failing because I can't hold on to the bar. So it's 100% grip. I was not going fast enough for it to be that metabolic for me. I think squatting in a workout like that still messes me up metabolically more than it should, more than it would if I were used to it. And so it didn't feel great, but more so I was just resting way too long because I wasn't not confident in the barbell.
Andrew, so Andrew, there's two things he said: grip and not confident in the barbell. Tell us about the grip. Isn't that what you spotted? Weren't you saying during the commentary, "Hey, why is he getting off the bar?"
I said it was his grip and his thruster endurance, and he just said those two things.
Yeah. So those were the two biggest things for you, Taylor? Confidence in the 135, and then the grip. What about could you, if you did it again, would you have more confidence in the 135 if you could go back?
Yeah, if I redid it, I would for sure have a lot more confidence. I think also because I don't have good thruster. So the big thing for me was confidence in the bar. Taylor's 100% right. That's the second time I've done them. So my endurance or stamina or capacity with heavier thrusters is not good. So I think me fighting the barbell so much with my arms and pressing so much with my arms also blew my grip up a bit. Whereas if I had more confidence in the balance of my legs, probably not as upper base. Do you know what I mean?
So yeah. So you're protecting your knees a little bit and compensating for your shoulder and your press.
They felt great though. I mean, the hardest part about this for me is having this entire story that I've created in my head. That if this shows up, I might hurt myself. I won't be good at it. I'll embarrass myself. You know, I'm scared of them. So I think the biggest thing for me was over the past 2 days, wrestling with that and trusting that I've done the right thing for the past 2 years. I'm not going to get hurt. Sure, I'm not going to win the fucking world, but I can go and have fun and do my best. It's just not being scared of it. So to me, that was a big win. And really getting out of the headspace of this is going to hurt me. Do you know what I mean? Like that, if you go into a workout with that mindset, you're going to get destroyed. I still got destroyed, but I probably would have capped if I went into the workout thinking, oh no, I'm going to get hurt. Instead, it was, I got to pace the first part so that I have even a slight chance on the second.
Tony Mertens. Old dad's proud. Colten, right off the bat, you looked like you were taking your time in the transitions. J.R. Howell noticed that when you walked back, you would touch the wall. Tell me about touching the wall. Was that the plan from the beginning? And is that something you do at home too? Is that a governor so you don't just transition right away?
Yeah, it's kind of just a technique to keep your transitions kind of consistent. If you just walk back at the same pace, get to a point and turn around and go, it's a good way to help you pace. And I was trying to grab the barbell every 40 seconds for that first 5 rounds. And then I really wanted to try and hang on to something similar to that for the next 5. But yeah, like Taylor said, the grip was the big limiter for me on that one. Grip blew up really bad.
Had you practiced this workout? Had either of you practiced this workout yesterday?
No.
I did 12 thrusters at 135 yesterday, and that was the other time I did them in the past 2 years.
What did you do yesterday, Colten? What was your workout yesterday?
Joey had me do is about a 30-minute zone 2 circuit of some machine and double or jump rope, things like that at home. Then I did a little bit of accessories, hopped on the plane, came here. Taylor picked me up some food, dropped me off, tucked me into bed, went to sleep.
I was going to pick him up. I'm like, hey, I'm 20 minutes away. He's like, all right, I'll put my dick away and get ready. And I was like, don't put your dick away, just get ready.
Yeah, I like that. Hey, Colten, do you have any issues right now? I know that you operate often with some sort of a damage on you, and you hide it pretty well.
My body feels really, really good right now. Last week, a little bit of a Achilles tweak after the open workout, but that healed up pretty quick. And yeah, my body feels really good right now. No bullshit.
So here's the thing. When you're walking around, you look thick as shit right now, but you also look very lean. So I can't tell if it's you got leaner and it's making you look buffer. Did you show up at the games last year weighing 185?
I was closer to 180 last year at the games. I think I'm closer to 190 right now. I started working with Amy from Target Nutrition, and that's made a massive, massive difference.
Weighs more than I do.
No shit, he does?
No, I don't know. I'm probably like
Taylor, you need to
190,
eat more if you're under
196.
190, man. That's
I'm not training enough, John, and I don't eat McDonald's, you fat ass.
John, you are not fat. You are shredded.
Thank you.
Colten, that's funny because we were speculating that you showed up at the games last year weighing 180, 190, and that now you were down to 180, and that it just looked like you were bigger because you're more shredded. So you're actually, is this the heaviest you've competed?
I competed, I've been low 190s before, but I didn't carry it as well. It was a little more body fat. It was probably 2 or 3 years ago. And then I got considerably leaner last year. Felt pretty good. It was a little bit under fueled. And since working with Amy, I feel way better fueled, recovering significantly better. And yeah, I just feel really good. I feel like this is a upper 180s, 190 is probably a good weight for me.
What'd you finish that in?
818, I think.
818.
No one's beating that.
Colten, at any point, well, the world record was 819 right before that.
Was it? Who?
Guillaume Briand, the little Frenchman.
Really? He beat Noah?
By 14 seconds.
That's crazy.
Victor Hoffer was 829. Colten, at any point, were you scared that you weren't going to get it because you only beat it by 1 second? I thought you were just making it dramatic on purpose, but
I didn't know what the top score was going into this. I kind of had a pace that I wanted to try and hold, and fell off that a little bit in the second 5 rounds. I feel like I paced the first 5 pretty well. I was not really breathing that hard. But yeah, the grip fatigue just caught up to me.
Oh,
So you beat the world record by 1 second without even knowing what it was.
You got to redo if somebody posts a faster time. Don't fuck around.
Colten, so last week you went against Justin Medeiros, the 2-time CrossFit Games champ, and this week you fly over here and you go against Taylor Self at CrossFit Charlotte. You're in obviously 2 home gyms. What was the difference between competing against Justin in that scene and competing against Taylor in this scene? Was there any difference?
The travel here was a lot easier. The flight was like midday, so I could get some good sleep, and it was direct here to Charlotte, and that made a huge difference, really. I just felt like I bounced back from the travel a lot quicker this week, and yeah, Taylor's been a good host. Nobody stole my chalk or anything before that workout, so it was good.
Did someone steal your chalk before the workout in Idaho?
My chalk did go missing like 30 seconds before the workout, so
I bet Adam
I
Knifer
will
took
say,
it.
it
How
did go
fucked
missing.
is that?
Adam
Fuck
Knifer would
them.
not do
we
that.
do it right
Adam
here.
Knifer would
We
not
do it
that.
right
Adam
here in
took it.
Charlotte.
While
No,
he was
Adam-
grabbing another rope for Justin, he
That's
got
right,
that
right.
chalk too, just on the swing by.
How about I know that both you and Taylor well, I don't mean to put words. I suspect that you and Taylor both thrive off of the competition and who you're competing against. It's an element to what you guys bring to the game. Was it more difficult getting up for this since you and Taylor, I'm guessing, have a little more camaraderie than you and Justin?
Honestly, it kind of was. I didn't like flip into the competitive mindset as easily this week. It didn't feel so much like a competition as it did like a workout. Once the workout got going, then I kind of got into the right headspace, but it was a little bit different.
Don't do it for the Sevan podcast. Do it for CrossFit. Go over and hit the like button. Just go over there and just hit it. Get this thing going in the algorithm. Get this thing pumped up. How about for you, Taylor? I know you were a fierce competitor, and you really enjoyed, I think, getting up for Dallin and especially Jason. What about here with Colten? You're picking him up from the airport, tucking him in bed.
I hung out with Dallin pretty similarly, so I don't think that for me this was not like it was a different feeling than the first workout. The first workout I know I should do really well, so that like anxiety and adrenaline, it's like racing. This workout was more of like that internal dialogue battle that I was talking about before, where I'm just trying to reframe my mental approach and my attitude. Like I was such a negative bitch yesterday, and I needed to turn that off and just be like, look, be positive and make the best of it and find a way to do the workout, find a way to get through it, find a way to do my best rather than giving myself an excuse to do poorly.
Colten, when do you go home? Do you go home tomorrow?
Yeah, head home back to the weenies tomorrow.
And do you have a plan when you go back home? It's a month before the quarterfinals start. Do you have what's your plan in taking care of yourself?
Just keeping my nutrition plan in check, taking care of my recovery, and keep training like hell. Joey's got a good plan for me for getting ready for quarterfinals and the rest of the season, and we've made huge progress already so far in a lot of my weaker areas. And, it's getting to the point where I think I can compete with a lot of the best guys, even on my worst movements. And I think we saw a little bit of that last week, but I think a lot of people will be surprised when we find some workouts at quarterfinals and semifinals that I typically do not do well on, and you're going to see me beat a lot of people you wouldn't think I'd beat.
Are you going to be sore from this?
No.
My legs are fucked already.
What does that mean, Taylor? What do you mean they're fucked already? You just feel it?
My quads are obliterated. Good, in a good way. It feels good to be sore, not hurt. Sore, not hurt.
Can you do front squats tomorrow?
Yeah, fuck no. I'm not doing the taekwondo workout tomorrow. Holy fuck.
Hey, Colten, that's a really good point. The rower is definitely dictated by, a lot of it's dictated by weight and height, and you definitely showed last week that you can hang there. What are the other movements that are like that? Is it the wall ball, like the cycle rate of the wall ball? Is there a hierarchy of ones that you're like, yep, that one is not made for my body?
Yeah, it's a lot of, like, rowing is definitely high on that list. Running an echo bike, wall balls, and max rep snatches, as well as box jumps. So those are the things that we've been working on and seen a lot of improvement on. And you fucks there keep talking about you know, when I do well, like in the first week, like that's a short guy's workout, cool, I get it. But you guys don't say a fucking thing when Haplin, whatever his name is, big ass dude as well in the rowing workout. So I would just like to point that out that it should go both ways a little bit.
Yeah, I agree. Listen, if
Well,
you don't,
if Happalainen got 1,050 reps and beat second place by that much, we would have talked about it in the same manner.
But who got second place? Dallin, who's also a big dude. I think the thing, what he's saying is most of the people who did well in last week's workout, 100% were big guys. Most. Even Tudor Magda's like 6 foot, 5'11".
Colten had to
So
traverse
he's
the
saying-
planet to get to his rower every round too.
Right. So he's saying when he is hanging on with Justin, give him more credit. So maybe you guys should give me more credit for hanging on with him in the first week.
You don't necessarily need to give me credit on the row, but if you are going to point out that I do well in a workout that's beneficial to shorter athletes, you need to do the same when Fikowski or Hoste or Roman do well in a rowing and wall ball workout and things like that.
I mean, James Sprague took
There's a lot more of
20th
those guys running around at the games than there are of me.
James Sprague took 20th in that workout. Cole Grayshaber 25th. I'd lump him in there with the big guys, right?
I think Yonakoski had the
100%.
most impressive week too.
Right. Yeah. 'cause
Travis
he's smaller
Meyer,
and did really well.
39th. I don't even see Yellow Host on page 1, which is interesting. Or
Dude,
Fight.
Brent Fikowski actually shit the bed on week 2.
What was
The open doesn't matter,
I
Taylor.
beat
He's
Brent.
not peaking.
I beat Brent in week 2.
John, shut up. None of us are peaking right now.
He's not peaking. Dude, that's the second time I've done thrusters.
It was a
Not
joke.
peaking.
It was a joke. Come on, guys. You got to keep.
Taylor-
That's
Taylor's
what he's going to say, though.
Taylor Self.
That's
and
why I'm not
Colton-
doing good in the open right now. I'm just not peaking.
Right.
Taylor Self and Colten Mertens. Are you interested in doing live events for the quarterfinals and running this back? 6 workouts, 6 days.
I wouldn't say no. I think I'm planning on going to Proven for quarterfinals at the moment, but if that doesn't happen, I'd be happy to do them wherever.
What he means is how much are you paying?
I don't know.
'Cause
Let's
I
get
know
a
I'm not.
sponsor.
I don't need dick. I just need a smile and a kiss on the face.
I know.
Yeah.
What if we?
I
What,
said
let's
yes
get
to
a
this before I
sponsor.
knew I was getting paid.
He did. That is. Hey, by the way, no one asked to get. Yeah, that's exactly true. You did, and he's already. Yeah, you've been. That's why I can't thank you guys enough. Well, I mean, let's get a sponsor and let's get $1,000 or $3,000 or $5,000 for first place, and
This
it's
is-
going to be 6 monster shows.
Where I think it would be beneficial. I only think it would work, and I pitched when you guys started talking about it. I talked to JR earlier today. The only way I think it would work was if we had a stable of athletes, maybe 4, and you put 2 of them head to head on each workout. The 2. So, for example, let's just say it were me, Colten, Jason, and Dallin. Those are
God,
the
this
4
show's
athletes.
turning into like shut up and scribble or get with the programming. Holy
No,
shit!
dude,
no.
just
Oh,
fucking
no.
listen, because this is the
Okay.
only way it's going to work. If the workout comes out and it's the first year's quarterfinal workout, 120 cal row, 120 wall ball. Jason and Dallin are going head to head. Me and Colten do it on our own because they are good enough at those particular movements where other people can see their scores and it's not going to affect their placing in quarterfinals. What I mean is there are workouts for me, workouts for Jason, Dallin, probably Colten as well, where they're like damage control. So if you have this damage control workout and everyone in the fucking world watches you do it live, now they know what you're capable of. They can go beat you, and then that potentially fucks you. Because 40 positions is not, you can't fuck around. You can't play a game. It's not the open. So I think it's a good idea. We just have to be smart in that aspect where nobody is putting themselves, I don't know, at risk of not qualifying to make the show happen. I don't want to do something like that for those guys, but I love the idea. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, Colten already
Would
said
you-
yes. Hey, listen, you don't worry about Colten, Dallin, and Jason. Don't worry about them. You don't fucking worry about those guys.
Hey, Colton's going to the semifinals. He's good.
They're big boys. Yeah, Colton's a big boy.
You're right. I'll shut up.
All right.
We picked those 3 because they didn't have to worry about it no matter what the workouts are.
And hey, the show doesn't, and it's got to have you.
I do.
The show doesn't go on without. It's Taylor Self versus the world. The show has to have you.
This is the thing. There's likely a workout. I don't know. I feel like there's likely a workout that comes out that it's not it's unsafe for me to do. So you have to keep that in mind too.
We'll just watch Colton pound your ass into the ground. Then we'll enjoy it. Everyone loves watching you get ass pounded.
The haters got what they wanted on week 3.
Colton, so you'll go home now. The plan now, tentatively for quarterfinals, is to do maybe a couple workouts at Proven, which is in Nashville. And where's home for you again?
Southeast Iowa, Hillsboro.
Okay. I'll go head to head with Taylor at CrossFit Crash for quarters. Mitrovic State Farm will help some.
This is our sponsor for Shut Up and Scribble, Patrick Mitrovic. If you guys need insurance, like I'm going to need health insurance after that workout, you can go ahead and call Patrick Mitrovic at State Farm.
Hey, can anyone? What's he sell? Car insurance or health insurance?
Yeah, home, car, auto.
No shit.
Yeah, he's the man.
And he can do anywhere in the country.
He gave me an Southeast, North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia. Gave me a great quote on my car insurance, but my driving record is horrendous.
Oh, we should do a show on that. Eric Wise, so Taylor is committing to semis.
No.
Okay, so Colten, so you go home, and then all you do is you worry about quarterfinals. You keep working. Are you taking any time off from work, or stay the course? Still,
No, just
hog
we'll get
and
right back
weenie.
into it. It'll be a few lighter days. It's been kind of a deload week after all the travel and open stuff going on. So we'll finish that out and then get right back into ramping things up for quarterfinals.
Okay, and then quarterfinals will happen, and then semifinals. We'll presume you're going to make it there, and then you'll compete in Knoxville at I think it's Wilson's event. What's it called? Strickland Syndicate, the Syndicate Crown, Strickland Crown.
I'll be going to Carson. I live about 30 minutes west of the Mississippi, so I'll be going to Carson.
Holy shit!
It's north of Missouri, Sevan.
Well, shit, I don't know. I just think Iowa is being next to Pennsylvania. Okay,
That's not even close.
Iowa, Alabama. It's all just one, pile to me. Wow. Okay.
Spoken like.
And Taylor, any chance? What do you think the chances are, 1 to 100, that if you qualify to go to semifinals, that you go?
69.
I don't know. I can't answer the question. I wish I could.
Okay, fair enough. Any questions for these two warriors, John?
No, just thanks for doing this, guys. It's been a blast, and I can't speak for everybody, but I think this was the best thing to come out for the Open. I think this was the best part of the Open in the entire CrossFit world. Taylor versus the world.
Me too. Good job, Taylor.
At least for me.
I got one thing to say. I'm not going to be able to find this comment, but somebody said I went 1 and 1 and 1. And I'm not here to start any fucking rumors, but I'm 2 and 1. And the real ones will know what I'm talking about. Vindicate if you want to go and take to social media. 2 and fucking 1 is what I am, all right? And that's all I'll say.
Hey, and that's the shit you get to talk when it's your show. That's the shit you get to talk when it's your show. Sorry, Colten. Go ahead.
Did you beat Colten and we don't know about it?
No, dude. Colten predicted it. He said the first 2 weeks I'd go 2 and 0, and I did. And the third week he had to feed me
What
my
are you
own
saying?
medicine.
Jason got off
You've
his
been
roll
beating
early?
up on these dorks the past couple of weeks. I had to come in and get the job done.
Something like that, Hiller.
Dorks.
Andrew, anything you want to say to these two gentlemen?
I got nothing.
Okay, boys, listen back and
It's
listen.
been a pleasure, and that GHD in the background is bothering me.
Listen to this.
Need new seat pads on it.
No, dude, that's a good
Someone's ass
GHD.
has just destroyed that thing.
Is J.R. Howell? Does he have a mic?
Who's he? JR. Here comes Dad.
Okay. Go ahead. You keep listening. Taylor. And I want Colten to listen to. Yo, perfect. Thank God. Look at Will has a third headset. JR, buddy.
Yes, sir.
Can you give me the summation of what we just saw from the eyes, the wise eyes of J.R. Howell, Colten Mertens, and Taylor Self, kind of wax prose eloquently on what we just saw? Sorry to put you on the spot. You were probably picking up trash or something.
What we just saw out there was a perfect example of it was over before it started. I'm kidding. I'm only saying that because he's sitting right here. No, I think what we saw is, I would argue, one of the most well-executed workouts I've watched in a really long time from Colten. And I'm talking about, like, he probably went to bed knowing his exact split times on each movement that he needed to do to get the score that he wanted instead of world record. So that was really, really impressive. But what I think we also saw is Taylor not baby it. Like, I was actually really impressed with how aggressive he was, not only on the first part, but when it got to the 135 bar, how he didn't break it from the beginning, which I'm sure that came into his head. He didn't just go out there and just do the workout. Like, he went out there and he tried to attack the workout, which I also thought was really impressive.
Guys, we are going to take a very short break, and when we come back, Colten Mertens will pick a winner for the $200 gift certificate from Paper Street Coffee. So you might as well just get crazy and blow the chat up.
The relationship between man and iron is the ultimate metaphor for life. The iron doesn't care how busy you are or how much sleep you've got. It offers no refuge to your excuses or your self-pity. You only get what you earn. 315 is always 315. And just like life's burdens, some days the weight is going to feel heavier than others. But you still have to show up. You still have to put in the work. Because anything truly worthwhile in life requires hard work and sacrifice. No shortcuts, no handouts, no entitlements. People can make excuses all day long about why they aren't successful. But let's speak a hard truth. At the end of the day, the only one stopping you is you. So what's it gonna be? Born primitive, made for the modern savage.
The Sevan Podcast 24.3 CrossFit Charlotte Born Primitive CA Peptides Open. Use code word BP Open 20. Born Primitive has been crazy generous with all their support. Always CA Peptides is generous. So thankful to have met Bear Hanlon and have him take care of us here. Colten Mertens is now going to pick the winner of the $200.
That's the winner.
A true homeless Californian. I don't even know what that means, but I think maybe it's talking about me. And is that a girl fingering her twat wearing a mask?
Oh my god.
What is that?
Oh man.
So you switched? Are we switching?
I think that's the one that it landed on the first time we did the random scroll, and then I think Taylor liked the other one.
Okay, so who's the winner? Is Sarah Cooper the winner?
He landed on Sarah. Yeah.
100%. Okay. Sorry, fingering person.
Oh no.
Person fingering your crotch. I apologize for the mistake. That happens. That happened in the 2008 games. I think they called Tanya Wagner the winner, and it was ended up being Katie Henniger. Those things happen. Sarah Cooper cheering for Colten big time. And so you need to DM me and DM Gabe at Paper Street Coffee, PAPERST Coffee.
Hey, real quick, this is crazy, but I'm pretty sure she was in Miami and took one of my classes at CrossFit Wynwood. Sarah Cooper, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, Sarah. Can we go in the comments? She commented.
Maybe she will. Hey, dude, it's a crazy small world we're in. Everyone just knows everyone. It's a crazy small world.
That was her.
Colten, Taylor, guys, I know you guys have it's been a crazy 3 weeks for both of you. It's been a wild ride. There's a lot of backstories for both of you. I hope to have both of you on individually in the next coming up days and get more in depth of what you guys have gone through this last 3 weeks. It's great for you guys to put it on the line. I know it's not easy and it's crazy stressful. Taylor, thanks for being so vulnerable. Colten, thanks for keeping your head down and just working through some of the hardest things a man can work through in his life. J.R. Howell, thank you for the great guy you are. Will Brandstetter, you're a fucking genius, dude. Caleb Beaver, thank you for everything. John Young, executive producer, Matt Souza, the podcast, thank you so much. Hiller, you've never said no to me. I just love you guys. Thanks for making this all happen. To all you guys out there in the family, Pedro, Grundler, Chase, Mr. Spin, Don't let me forget. Don't let me forget.
Dave Castro.
Caleb,
No,
play
he's
the
not.
gurgling sound for Sevan.
Yeah. Gurgling sounds fine. Don't let me forget. Hold on. Tyler Watkins, the Heat One app, ladies and gentlemen,
Oh.
the Heat One app is giving away $1,000. You guys,
Tyler's
the
the one
Heat
you
One
forgot.
app. So someone's gonna get $1,000. Hopefully, we'll have him on here.
And
And
forgot Don too. Don
Don
Paul.
who? No, they're. I mean, they're not part of. Dave and Don aren't part of this.
Thank Don for beating John Young in week
Oh, we
one.
were just saying the names of people we
Hey, I
like.
redid it.
No.
I beat him.
I'm thanking those. You guys are fucking this moment up. I'm about to cry. Don't fuck my moment up. I just appreciate all you guys.
Very
JR, explain to him what it means to be a sensitive man, for fuck's sake.
Can't explain that.
JR, have you told Taylor your score yet?
I don't want to know his fucking score.
Okay.
It's not important.
I don't give a shit.
Yeah, because it's under 10 minutes.
Oh,
That was
shit.
good for me, assholes.
No, you did
Yeah,
great, Taylor.
Hey, what are you gonna get, John? You gonna beat me?
All right, guys,
I will
we
not
will
be
see you tomorrow morning. I'm going to try to do a show at 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. My kids do have a jiu-jitsu tournament tomorrow. I'm not sure, but there will be a show tomorrow, and I will be bothering Taylor and Colten. There's a lot to talk about and catch up with these guys. Love you guys. Bye.